Good evening to you. Welcome to another episode of Cinnamonchat with Amitha. I'm meeting you after a while. Of course, I've been meeting you through audio last few weeks or maybe a few months, maybe 8 to 10 episodes I have been running LinkedIn audio events. So those who meet me on Facebook would have been missing me because the LinkedIn audio event is only available on LinkedIn. And then those who come to LinkedIn, I think I met a lot of new friends when I do LinkedIn audio. And then today I decided to come back to my old format for a few weeks. And then here we are on LinkedIn, on my Facebook page, as well as on my Facebook profile. All go as Amitha Gamage. Thank you very much for joining, and we are meeting after a while. And then today I was thinking what I should be doing, and then I met this gentleman whom I have interviewed some time back on a different solution when he was promoting a different solution quite some time back. And then I met him recently at a forum, at a pitching event, and then I asked, hey, why don't we interview you, because you have what can I say, you have won the world, I would say. And he said, yeah, Amita, why don't we just do something like that? Let me talk to your audience and talk about it. So I thought I would invite him to have a chat where he has already taken his solution to the world, and then the world is interested in his solution as much as Sri Lankans and Sri Lankan government and the authorities. So I thought, let's talk about his achievement, his product, his service, how he has done over there. So let me invite Shohan to the stage. Shohan, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Amitha, for inviting me for the second time, and happy to share what we do. Okay.
Yeah, great. I mean, there are two sides to it. One is whatever you do is for the benefit of the country and for you. But then again, there is an inspirational side of it. Youngsters should look at people like you and think about changing the world for better. So, I mean, this is another thing that I'm trying when I bring a guest, inspire rest of the world. So thank you very much for accepting my invitation. So let's get into the discussion. Now, how do you introduce yourself? I know you do multiple things, but on the software domain. But how would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, starting from the beginning, let me say I was not an entrepreneur before, but I was a professional banker for a longer period, but quit banking and with the passion on digital technology. So quit banking in 2015 and wanted to do something on my own on the digital era. So that's how I came on to bringing in all these solutions, what we are doing right now.
Wow. Okay. I think I can't remember that you had a banking background. Okay. But then there are multiple things that you do right now. So we'll get into them one by one. Would you also like to introduce your company? Now, I have your credentials here. It says founder CEO of Dgenix Private Limited, founder Mankiwwa, GetConnects, Pink Drivers. So give me a brief, please.
Okay, talking about Dgenix is a software solution company. Why I specifically mentioned software solution instead of software development company. What we try to do is we focus to introduce digital solutions to solve real world challenges. So that's why we brand it as a software solution company. We identify challenges which lies on the environment, in the society, and to see how we can bring in digital technologies and solve these problems. So that's our main vision. So that's how we have introduced these couple of solutions. But we talked, you mentioned Mankiwwa, GetConnects, Pink Drive. So those are digital solutions we introduce to solve these problems.
Yeah. So why we are here today actually to talk about Mankiwwa, because we saw that you took Mankiwwa to the world and won some awards. That's how the discussion started when I saw you that day. So currently, what's your observation? Now we are approaching the Mankiwwa side of the story, but before we talk about what is Mankiwwa and what it could do, I would like to ask currently, what's your observation when it comes to government services to citizens in Sri Lanka?
When you talk about the government services, the government provides many services to the citizens, and mostly many of them are free of charge. When you talk about the education system, the health system, and also there are paid services as well. So the current system the government uses is not competitive enough to the current environment. The world is changing. The way everything happened is changing, and the citizens, the consumers also have very high expectations. Even though if it is a free service, but they have a high expectation. So the old methods doesn't work. So citizens look for easy access, easy consumption of service likewise. So for example, if we say tax payment, those days we had to go to a local authority or the revenue and make our tax payments, but citizens want them on their fingertips. So likewise, if you want to make your bills paid, it should be very easy via the citizens. So the world is changing and the expectations are very high, and the government, I'm not saying not everyone is not adapted, but there is many where you can change. So I think the government should fast track what they're doing. They have plans, but I think it should be fast tracked and give these benefits, give these services, and which the citizens get the benefit, and also there is much benefit for the government organizations as well.
Yeah, and then now I know you have Mankiwwa, and then you are mostly working not with the central government but with the local government. So if you name few, we all know, but for the benefits of the audience, if you name a few services provided by the local governments.
Instead of local government services digitally providing services, or
no, commonly, not with your solution, no, not digitally. Yeah. I mean, but not digitally, but then manually from the traditional system, but they are available even today.
So for example, rates and taxes payments, the local government authority manages the garbage collection. They look into the environment management, and for example, even if someone dies, we need to reserve the cemetery through, and if there's library systems, there's health system. So all those services are provided by the ground level local government organization. So tax, like I said, all the tax payments and everything. And there are many other services as well where you have to get the approvals from different local government organizations and certifications likewise. So there's a lot of services which the local government authorities provide to citizens in our day-to-day life.
Yeah. So recently I had an experience. I wanted to get certain things change in the registrations when it comes to rates and taxes. And then it took about good 4 to 5 months. And I don't blame the individuals. All of them gave me a fantastic service. They were efficient. They were on the dot. They were doing everything. But the process itself is slow. So how much ever efficiently they work, beyond the point, nothing will work. And then I have to physically go. Of course, they used to give me their personal mobile numbers and say, mobile number. I know it is their personal mobile number that they give and ask me to call back to see whether it's done. So yes. I used to think, okay, why should I call them? I feel bad to call them on their personal mobile number and ask whether something is done. But if I get a message, or is there a system that I can find out? So I think there's a huge gap. And then if we are waiting for the government to do all this, sometimes it might take another 100 years for them to pass the budgets. Also looking at the current situation of the country and the economy, where probably digital services or budgets for digital services could become a luxury. That's what, my personal feeling. They are nice people, but the systems are still old, manual. Yeah. So coming back to our discussion again, how do you see the digital divide in government sector, especially among the government, those officers who are working, be it local or be it the main government? Because if you want to enable them digitally as much as the systems, they also have to be ready. What's your opinion?
So with my experience in the ground level authorities, so many of them sometimes doesn't have access to the digital technology, and also they are not aware of what type of things we can digitally transform to provide the existing services. So there is a lack of knowledge and in these government organizations, and also as I said, the digital literacy is very low in many organizations, but there are people who know things, but sometimes reluctant to do or implement, maybe for various reasons.
Okay, we have Anurad from other side, needs stern and swift decision makers. Yeah. So maybe there are good decision makers, but then what if the system or the process is not helping them to make that decision? Yeah. So it takes time, effort, and then time is money again, So yeah, I get it. So what have you observed in developed nations? Or when I say observed, maybe you have read about them, maybe you have experienced them compared to us, or mostly this part of the world.
I think with regard to the developed nations, even from the time you're working, everything is digitized. So as we know, even from the airport, many of the things are manual in our country, but from working in, most of the services are digitized, and they have adapted the smart city concepts and the digital inclusion the citizens, so that for example, they provide the services and they make it compulsory. So then everyone has to adapt. For example, recently I visited a stadium for an event, but all the payments were on digital platforms, so no cash transactions. So those are decisions with the organizations and the government have introduced, so that the people have to adapt to it. So, or likewise, there is online tax filing is available, digitizing of the health sector, education sector, e-voting system, and automated traffic violations. So everything is manual, right? So manual systems drives into different things. So if it is digitized, you never know, your ticket comes to your home and you have to pay it and everything. So online portal.
So it's very transparent.
Yes, transparent. Yes. So there are things where we are very reluctant for adopting the transparency. So I think we have to do it very soon if we want to come out of these challenges or situations in our country. And also, like in Sri Lanka, in other countries, there are social welfare services as well. I hope you remember during COVID how the social welfare funds were distributed among the citizens in the country who are eligible. It was amazing, isn't it? Yeah, so I think everything is digitized, and everything will be, if the government has a platform where everything is connected on a digital wallet to the people who are receiving the social welfare. So it's so much easy. I think we have to learn a lot from these developed countries, and I'm not saying that Sri Lankan government or any authority is not willing to do it, but we have to fast track it.
Yeah, we have to fast track it and do it before the world leaves us behind. Okay, so what does Mankiwwa do?
Okay, so Mankiwwa, simply as the word comes, is I told. So when it comes to complaining stuff, we used to say that, Mankiwwa, it didn't happen. I told this officer that didn't happen. So what we identified is there was and there is a communication gap between the citizens and the government organization right now as well. So what we wanted to bring in through Mankiwwa was to bridge this communication gap. For example, when you say Mankiwwa is an incident reporting platform connecting the government organizations on real time. For example, if your street light is not working, if there's potholes on the road, if there's garbage dump or any related to any environment challenges, you can report anything anywhere on real time to respective government authorities. So the information is captured and notified the respective government organization on real time, and it will be directed real time to the person who is responsible to fix the problem, so that they cannot say that there are no issues being reported, and the citizen can be not say that we reported nothing happened. So, and also while reporting to the person on the ground level, it reflects in the dashboards of the officers, the supervisors, the heads of the organization also, so that they can monitor and track what's happening. So Mankiwwa, simply saying, is a digital communication platform for public grievances, any issues which related to the ground level local government organization right now, so that the citizens are empowered to report without visiting these organizations while they see an issue. And the authorities also can manage all these information on the digital platform without using any paper involvement or anything. So that's what Mankiwwa does. Currently bridging the communication gap between the citizens and the ground level authorities connected with the local government organization.
Okay, brilliant. In a very simplified way, you explained it. Let's take this comment. Dhammika says, yes, even some young professionals in government sector get stuck with these inefficient systems. So I think the systems are more important in state sector. I agree with Dhammika. What happens is, it's your environment. Maybe you are the most efficient guy, but then you put into a inefficient. When I say inefficient, it's not the people. The systems are such, you become part of the system. Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah. So you have your website, Shohan.
Yeah.
Hope it is updated.
Yes.
I mean, let me try whether I could show the website here by sharing the screen.
Sure.
Haven't done it for a while. Yeah. So for those who are wondering what it is Mankiwwa, if you want to know more details, this is Mankiwwa website. You have the home, features, why, the services, how it works, screenshots, awards, support, blog, and the contact details. The app would look like this once it is downloaded. It's 3 simple steps, real-time updates. It's private for Sri Lankans by Sri Lankans. And this is how you report. Even map is available. Empowering your voice. Okay, some numbers are there. And then why Mankiwwa? You think we can see this? Watch this video. Should we watch the video?
Yeah, it should play.
Okay, I'm playing the video. I don't know the sound.
Can hear the sound.
That's about the website. I was interested in showing so that whoever would want to go and check the website, let them go and check it. Yeah. Okay. So my next question is like the value and the impact you make by implementing this solution to the public and the government. How do you look at it? What kind of benefits? Maybe some of these benefits are somewhat obvious, but still, let's name them.
Okay, so when you talk about the citizens, so for citizens in the current scenario, how the reporting mechanism works is, it's very rare someone can call the authority and inform with regard to an issue, public issue. So 99% of the time they have to visit the authority. So for example, if your street light is not working, you see it on the night, you cannot report on the same time. And on the following day also, you might not be able to report because you have your other activities, other things you have. For example, if you are working, you have to go to work. And if you have businesses, you have to go to the business. So you might not be able to visit the authority. And also everybody knows if you visit the authority, it will take a little bit of time from your general work. And sometimes people are very reluctant to visit as well. So the public issues lies on the environment, and nobody notifies the respective authority, and also authority doesn't know these things are happening in the environment. So 99% of the time, as I said, people has to visit the authority, and once you even visit, you have to fill up a form, hand over a letter, and come back. And after that, you never know what happens beyond that to the complaint what you made. So what we do is, so soon as it's been reported, it's been reflecting on the dashboard. And soon as the authorities get in touch with the system and start working on it, there is a notification sent to the person who reported saying that this particular authority has started taking action for the issue you have reported. So the person who is reporting saves a lot of time by reporting, and also maybe they save their traveling cost, and also many other aspects as well, so that they can utilize that time for another productive work in their provide to the citizen. A lot of time saving and other aspects. So when it comes to the government organization, the local authorities, as I've seen, there are so many citizens walks into the authorities to make public issue complaints. Even on the public day, even on other days, there are a lot of queues. People come and they wait in these local government organizations, and it takes about a lot of time. And also, we have reduced the people walking into the government organizations, and also we have reduced the use of paper in these government organizations, because when you report hand over a document, they write it on a different another book as well, and then the person who takes the complaint, he takes another copy, and the copy is being handed over is filed, and the original is handed over to the person who is responsible to fix the problem. So that part also we have reduced through this, and also we have reduced time taken on the filing and also the filing storage, and that also has been reduced. And also request of other services, likewise, for example, if the monitoring part. So once you hand over the information to the respective officer, the person who handles the public grievances has to look into the person's book and find out what has happened and what is being reported, and that never happens as well. So those are the things what we have reduced time, add value to the government organization, and also the time what is being taken during the past on the particular things what I mentioned can be utilized for another productive work for their organization.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a lot of repetitive tasks, right, where automation can really, really help. Yeah, except for qualitative stuff where you have to listen to somebody's grievance. But as you very correctly said, if a bulb is burnt or if there's garbage dumped somewhere, it's so straightforward. So without having to go to them filling forms and all, eventually what happens is you decide, no, I don't want to go there, I don't want to complain. Let me live in the dark. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, and also one more thing I just forgot to say.
Yeah, sure.
So what we do is, so we provide dashboards to different officials in the organization. So the action plan, the work order forms are for the people who are responsible to fix the problem. The top management has management information dashboards where they can find out what type of issues being reported regularly. So those are analysis data for future development of the city, and also we capture the efficiency level of the authorities who are fixing this problem. So we capture the time reported and the time they take to resolve the issues, and also we give analysis of how the progressive during the particular past month as well. And also every month, as I know, the authorities are supposed to send reports to the provincial level, district level, and on to the national level ministry as well. So those report generating generally takes about 15 to 20 days after completing the month. So now it's just a matter of clicking few buttons and generating the information.
Yeah, I mean, with the authority level, sometimes you don't have to send. It's already there in their inbox. Yeah. So we have another question. I think, Atar, he asked whether Mankiwwa available for whole island connected to local authorities.
No, not yet. That's our vision. So currently we are working with a couple of local authorities in the Western Province, North and Eastern Province. So our plan is to introduce this island-wide and to give the benefit to the citizens, and also give this benefit to the whole local government organizations in the country. So that's our end goal on Mankiwwa, so that everybody benefits out of this.
Okay, so I think we have another comment from Viran. Sri Lanka faces challenges in addressing disparities in education and developing the skills needed for the modern economy. So whether it's government or even the public, we need to address these skill gaps and then move forward. We have another comment from Indika. I'm also working for government authority. I agree with you. This is Indika Bandara. I think 80% have Facebook bot only, 5% have LinkedIn. Very valuable content. Thank you for organizing this. So that's from Indika Bandara, someone who is working for the government. He's appreciating the effort. Thank you very much, Indika. And then let me ask you, maybe I have a few more questions before we wrap up. So my next, but what about the digital literacy of the public now? For you to report something, I understand that I need to have the app downloaded in my phone and then I need to click that button. And what about the citizens? Are they ready?
When it comes to citizens, for example, the digital literacy, there is a gap. But I don't think this solution what we are introducing is very simple mechanism of reporting. But if this is very much easy, if I know everybody is using social media, they are on Facebook, everybody is on Facebook, on different activities. But the thing is, when we started this, we saw that the people report public issues on social media platforms. So that means there was a requirement, an easy communication method. But the challenge was the respective authorities are not connected directly with the social media platforms on each citizen. So that's why one consent bit to bring in a platform for communication, easy communication. And I think it is, for example, if we want to do this, if the government regulates this, for example, if we take the fuel, how the fuel distribution goes right now, it was a decision made by the government, but it's not a major this thing, but the people got adapted. Now everybody has this QR code on pumping fuel. So that likewise, if this is been implemented and if this is regulated, saying that this is the way, only way you can communicate your public grievances to the respective authority, so the citizen will get adapted to the technology. It's very much easy. These technologies are not like the past days, very complicated solutions. Even not only Mankiwwa, the other solutions are also what is available for different services. Those are not complicated solutions, so very easy, simple ways of getting the services through this platform. So if we can have a government regulation and also with the solutions that we provide, I think it will be very much easy.
So good old days, one of the indicators of a particular citizen's digital savviness is whether the person has Facebook and WhatsApp. Yeah. Now you can check whether the person also has fuel quota and the QR code app in his phone. Those three things will show us some level of digital literacy. And then I understand that your app is not a complicated one. Probably, you don't have to fill a lot of things. It just a touch of a icon, the message would go. Yeah. Okay. So we also have another professional who is driving the digital transformation of the country by working with the largest mobile operator, Charaka. Lovely to see you both shedding audience of knowledge. And also we are trying to inspire everybody to take action, and because country also needs to move out of this hell or whatever we are in. So everybody has to look at solutions that can work faster, in a more efficient way, and in a low-cost manner. So thank you very much for all what you are doing to the country. And then Shohan, I believe you personally know him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we have another comment. Malik sir, when you come up with this Mankiwwa, did you face any challenges? So probably he's referring to the place where you have already implemented. You have implemented in certain number of local authorities. Whether you face challenges, I am not in a position to answer.
Okay, when it comes to the implementation, so this was started for a personal reason, which I faced the challenges to similar situations. That's how Mankiwwa came up. And what I thought was, okay, I will develop the solution and introduce this to the government organization. I thought, okay, this is going to be a good solution to this government, and they will embrace it and take the solution, but that never happened. So what happened was the easiest part was to develop the solution. The rest is the story for all these 4 years currently. So I have walked into hundreds of local government organizations to introduce this, and no one wanted to take this service. I don't know. There are several reasons. Sometimes they are not aware of this solution and how they don't understand the value what we bring into the platform. And also sometimes even the mayor or the top authorities willing to take it, but the ground level officers are reluctant. Sometimes the ground level officers want to do it, but the top level authorities doesn't understand the solution. So I had so many challenges. Initially, what I did was we gave it free of charge to one particular organization, and then asked them to run on this and to see how it is helpful for them. So then the officers who initially rejected came back to me and said, okay, Shohan, this is really great, and we save a lot of time and we save a lot of paper and these things as well. And also for report generating, it's very much easy. So that's how we transformed one organization, and we worked with that particular organization for almost 1.5 years without moving into any other authority, and to see how our concept works in this ground level authority. Then only we moved on to other authorities to replicate this and try to help these other areas as well. So that was the challenge, and it is still a challenge.
Yeah, it's the reluctant to change. Of course, I'm sure there are, since you are transforming as an organization, you are trying to transform. Sometimes you might be worried about the higher authorities. Even the mayor might be worried about the higher authorities, the repercussions, and whether the system would work. Now, at least you have a few organizations who are successfully running it. I mean, hats off to the first organization who took the risk even to try it. Yeah. So, yeah, great. I mean, hats off to you for holding on. I'm sure if it was not for you, if it was someone else, would have given it up. Like, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to rather go and do some commercial project with private sector. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. What are the current constraints at local government authorities? Is it the process, communication, or lack of manpower, or is it lack of directive from the top?
I don't think there is lack of manpower in these government organizations. There's enough of manpower in these government authorities. Yes. Yeah. And I think it's over as well, because since they are managing all these in manual processes, that's why they need more manpower. But if we introduce this, then that is also a challenge for us. If we introduce these things, they can reduce many staff members who are involved in this.
Or maybe they can even stop future recruitment.
Yeah, definitely, yes. And I think the directive is the most important thing, the constraint they have, and also the leadership who would want to adapt new technology and make a difference in these organizations. So currently there is one political leaders and also the government officials. So sometimes there are clashes between the political and the government officials. Yeah, so bringing them both on a common track is very tough most of the time. But we are working on it and never going to give it up.
You get sandwiched between those two parties. Yeah. Okay. So what sort of public issues have been resolved, and how long did they take now? Looking at whatever your system is solving at the moment in those respective places.
Okay. So when it comes to the local government authorities, we identified after some discussion with the authorities that there are 8 type of categories which is being reported on regular basis. So we brought these 8 categories into the system where the citizens can report within 3 steps. So, for example, the garbage dumping, the most reported issue in Sri Lanka, and the most controversial problem in Sri Lanka, blown street lights, blocked canals, dengue hotspots, potholes on the roads, fallen trees, illegal construction, likewise, mostly for the environment challenges. So initially when we started in this particular authority, it took a little bit of time for the organizations to adapt to this, get used to this. So what we did was we did so many training programs and how to use this. And we were behind this authority. And even we went to the authority and sat with them and worked with them when an issue is reported. We were in the local government and I was there with them when we started. As a person who is working like a person who is working in the local government organization, so I used to go there every day and to check on them, and that's how we transformed this particular first organization. So when it comes to initially, it took a lot of time, but now the organizations who has adapted this are working on the platform, and they try to fix the problems immediately soon as they can with the resources and the things they have. For example, most of the organizations fix the street light within 24 hours who are on board. The garbage is being collected on the same day. And there are challenges when it comes to reporting of potholes, because potholes cannot be fixed immediately because there's a process in the local government organization. So they have to analyze it, get the approval, get the funding ready, and that's how So what we have done is, even though it get delays, we have provided a solution to keep the communication going on, so that the officers can inform, hey, look, we are working on your issue, but it will take a little bit of time. So the communication is kept with the street person who has reported. So that's how we have brought in this platform. And that helps to build the relationship with the citizen as well in the government organization. So last year we were able, in this government organization, last year it was the efficiency level of fixing this problem was, before that it was around 47%, but during last year we were able to bring it to almost 80%. So on solving these problems, and also in the first 6 months in the current year we have solved about 3,000 issues right now through the platform.
Okay, brilliant. So before we wind up, I have only 2 more questions.
Okay.
The first one is Mankiwwa, or I think you go as tell it in English, but in Sinhala it is Mankiwwa, right?
Yes, Mankiwwa is the local version. So yes.
Mankiwwa received a global recognition. Would you like to talk about the recognition? What is that award for? For what reason did you win it?
Okay, so before coming on to the global recognition, during the past we were recognized in many instances locally in different
forums, platforms.
Yeah. Like Mankiwwa, SLT01 Award, ISO Abhimani, likewise. And we were recognized as in 2019 as the best software solution for the year and the best social impact solution. And I was recognized as the best social innovator. And many
congratulations.
And almost about 14 awards during the couple of years. And
I can see some awards. I can see some awards behind you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to this WSA is something we are focused on the digital solutions which supports UN SDG goals. So we were categorized under the inclusion and empowerment. So this is not something we can apply directly. There is a country representative of WSA. So they have to identify digital solutions that helps to achieve UN SDG goals. So there were 7 solutions submitted, nominated from Sri Lanka. I think there were more than about 300 or 400 nominations received around the world, and the shortlist was 134. All the 7 solutions from Sri Lanka were shortlisted to 134, and they select only 40 winners around the world in 8 categories. So Mankiwwa was recognized as one of the top 40 software solutions around the world, which helps to achieve UN SDG goals. And also we were recognized as one of the best 5 software solutions under the inclusion and empowerment category. So it was awarded 1 month back in Mexico, and it was a great experience as well.
I mean, I shouldn't be putting you on to a difficult situation, but I don't know whether you have a plaque or something behind, right? You on a show or no?
WSA award, this is the award.
Why don't you just show it to us, like near the camera, maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Congratulations and thank you very much for, like, it is not only for you. I think it's a win for the country, for the region. It's not a personal win. So congratulations. Thank you very much. So then my last question, before my last question, we have 2 comments. So Malik is asking, can you give a small description about yourself? Malik, you can, I don't know. Shohan gave a description about himself. In my case, I'm a coach. I'm a B2B sales trainer. And then I do multiple things. Apart from that, I run Sri Lanka's first LinkedIn live talk show, and I have running for probably 93 or 94 episodes so far. 100 will be soon. And then Shohan is solving problems using digital means. That would be the best way I could explain. But of course, you can go to his profile and my profile on LinkedIn. Since you have commented through LinkedIn, you should be able to find out more. And then if you need anything more, you can always come to my inbox or Shohan's inbox. Let's have a chat. So my last question, we also have Indika say, congratulations, Mankiwwa. I just downloaded the app. Great social platform. Yeah, wait till he comes to your local authority and then integrate with the integrate the whole system into the local authority. Then your app will be able to talk to them.
Yeah.
Am I correct, Shohan?
Yes.
Yeah.
As of now, anybody can download and report, but unfortunately, there's no other on the other end to receive the information. So that's what we are working hard.
So, Indika, if you are specifically working in a local government authority, you can contact Shohan through LinkedIn, and then you all can take a discussion forward. Who knows? I mean, networking is the best way. Yeah. So, Shohan, my last question: what are your future plans?
Okay, so my first step would be to introduce this Mankiwwa solution across the country, connecting all the 341 local authorities, and provide the benefit of for the citizens to submit their public grievances within few clicks, and to communicate with the government organizations through the platform, and also to empower the government organizations, help them on their work process in the local government organizations. And that's the first phase I am planning to. We hope we can be able to do it very soon with the ministries and the ICT as well. And as the next step, so how we have built Mankiwwa is going to be a common platform for the citizen to get connected to multiple government organizations. We are not going to do like one platform for the local governments, another platform for the police, another platform for the government leaders. Not that. So Mankiwwa is going to be the only digital platform where you can voice your public issues or environment issues or anything. So first phase is the local government organizations. Then we are focusing on, if these authorities are willing to work on this, we can bring in the police for emergency services or police related reportings. And also the Gramalilalaris, there's 14,000 plus Gramalilalaris. So we can reach the ground level authority on real time to these 40,000 Gramalilalaris as well. And also there are many other government organizations which the public get the services. For example, public transport, health, the environment challenge, disaster management, likewise child protection, women concern stuff. So we can bring in everything to this platform, but connecting multiple government organizations. So once everything is connected, the national government can have a dashboard and see what are the ground level problems and how the government is going to address to these challenges, issues, concerns, and also they can monitor the ground level authority efficiency level as well. So that's our vision about Mankiwwa locally. And also we have plans of taking this outside Sri Lanka on the developing countries. So that's how Telit comes in. Telit is going to be our global brand where it's very easy to communicate and trying to connect with these developing countries, focusing on the African region, South Asian region, and also because most part of the world there are ways of communicating. Sometimes, for example, if it is City Council in New York, they have their website, but sometimes they don't have a mobile app which is connected to all the government organizations. So that's our specialty. What we are trying to do is nobody is willing to go into a website and fill the lengthy form and inform the issues. So what we are doing is within few clicks, you can report, and the communication is also built to the platform. So that's what we are trying to do, to introduce in other countries as well. So there are positive discussions going on, and hopefully we can bring Telit as a global brand.
Yeah. So we have Kanchan who says, hope the platform can be used in disastrous situations to manage the situation, communicate with each other. I can imagine if we had this during COVID time, this would have helped a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one plan as well. So we are working on a new version coming up very soon, within another couple of months, where we bring it as a social network for the citizens, while also communicating your public concerns to the respective government organizations. You can alert your neighborhood as well. For example, within a particular radius, they can alert if there's a fire, if anything. So that alerting system is also activated so that citizens also get benefited.
Okay. So thank you, Shohan, for the benefit of everybody. It is Shohan Kulasurya, founder CEO of Digitizing Private Limited, also the founder of Mankiwwa, Get Connects and Pink Drives. Once we had him here in the show, and then today he's here for a different reason because he won a global award for Mankiwwa. And then I thought I would showcase him and also let you know what's happening here. So he, as an individual and a small organization, trying to transform some of the services that we receive as citizens digitally, and it's a uphill task, but he has not given up. That's the most beautiful thing about his journey. So Shohan, thank you very much for joining with us, and then hope to see your progress. And I would rather like to invite you one time more in the future. Like, suppose when you have some international or global breakthrough, I'm going to definitely invite you back again to talk about the success story, so that we could inspire more young ones, more citizens, more entrepreneurs to take the next step. Thank you very much.
And thank you again for inviting me. And hope you enjoy. I shared my experience and everything. Hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah. So audience, thank you very much. Whoever is joining from my Facebook page, and then from my LinkedIn profile. See you soon with another episode of Cinnamonchat with Amitha. Thank you and good night.